Live from Ida Grove, Iowa, this is Hometown Proud.
Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. I'm Travis Chen. Tim will be joining us shortly. Today, KCAU-9 traveled to Ida Grove for our latest Hometown Proud, highlighting the communities here in Siouxland. It's our top story at 6. And several members of the KCAU-9 newsroom are out there in Ida Grove for this year's Heritage Days, including our very own Tim Seaman. Tim, what's going on out where you're at?
Hey, good afternoon, Travis. You know, just a short time ago, we were outside down at the park at the fishing derby, enjoying some fresh air. Now we've gone indoors and we're enjoying the air conditioning, which I got to tell you, I think I might like just a little bit more. We're indoors here, as I say, at the Gersonson car collection, and what a place this is. 36 different antique vehicles right inside this building. A DeLorean is part of this collection as well, and it's a unique opportunity to get in and see these vehicles. I'm going to let Chief Photographer Jonathan Mack pan away here just a little bit and show you just a few of these that are in this room. The collection, the most recent edition, a 1908 Rio. And I'll let you look that up in Wikipedia to find out exactly what type of vehicle that is. John Tarr is with me, though. John, step in here for just a second. John is the man responsible for this collection, and he has a unique a factoid here. You're the only person that's driven every one of these cars, is that right?
That is correct. I've driven everything that's in this building.
Well, lucky man you are.
Yes, it's been quite an opportunity.
John, tell us what one of the most memorable, or what the oldest perhaps vehicle is that you have here.
The oldest car we have here is a 1908 Rio, and it's just got a one-cylinder motor in it, and it's quite shaky to drive. I mean, it's not balanced and blueprinted like some of the automobiles in here.
And the car behind us, just very quickly, was the first one in the collection, correct?
Yes, it is. That Harold Goberson, the founder of Gomaco, this was the first car he purchased at Scottsdale, Arizona at the big car auction.
It's quite a collection. John, thanks for stopping in.
You betcha. Thank you.
Yeah, you bet. It is really a cool spot. We're lucky to be in here and seeing it tonight. The Goberson legacy, however, extends beyond just a car collection, and that can be seen in pretty much all corners of this community. Byron Goberson is credited with the town's many castles-inspired buildings and the signage. They give Ida Grove, indeed, the nickname Castletown, USA. We heard that several times this afternoon outside. And while the detailed history behind the castle and that castle motif has mostly been lost to time, the man responsible for the theme is Byron Goberson, who founded Midwest Industries as well. Now, Ida Grove's other major manufacturer, Gomaco Corporation, was founded by Byron's brother, that's Harold. And while the main company manufactures equipment that handles concrete paving, they also have a niche branch. This can be found all around the world. KCAU-9 reporter Tyler Euchner and our very own Ida Grove native is here with me today with an update on that. Tyler?
Thanks, Kim. The Gomaco Trolley Company has been around since 1982, and their work can be found all across the U.S. as well as in a couple other countries. Now, funny enough, I was in Keystone, South Dakota earlier this year, where I actually got to see one of the refurbished train carts that they've done over the years.
Got started because the owners at that time became aware of a contract for the Department of the Interior to manufacture a replica trolley car for the National Trolley Museum in Lowell, Massachusetts. The owner went ahead and bid on that contract and got it.
Since then, the Gomaco Trolley Company has been hard at work on a variety of projects.
Well, most of our work lately has been in trolley restorations, both of historic trolleys and replicas. One of our bigger recent projects was the restoration of 4 diesel-powered trolleys that operate in Galveston, Texas. They were originally manufactured in the 1980s. They were damaged in Hurricane Ike.
To get a trolley back in tip-top shape takes a lot of time and resources. Workers usually get through 2 to 3 projects a year.
These trolleys, they get stripped completely down to the bare frame. Repairs are made as needed. and all the woodwork gets refinished or remade. All the wiring gets redone. The trucks or the mechanical components all get gone through and rebuilt, and then everything gets put back together from the ground up.
The Gomaco Trolley Company has 18 dedicated workers, all with their own set of skills.
That's a combination of mechanics, carpenters, woodworkers, electricians, engineers, and we all have to wear a lot of different hats, because these are very diverse projects.
The trolleys they repair can be found not just in Iowa, but in more than 11 states across the U.S. Lex says when it comes to hiring people for the job, they got to give it their all.
Honestly, the biggest single thing is just that craftsman's level attention to detail. You really have to take every item seriously, and making sure that the museum or the municipality that gets the car has a real showpiece that they can be proud of.
Now, an interesting fact that I learned about the trolley company during my time here was that in their off time, when they aren't working on fixing up trolleys, they're actually working on refurbishing old cars, some boats, and even an old cash register that can be found actually at the location that you are in right now, Tim. And speaking of you, Tim, I'm going to send it back to you. I'm in Ida Grove, Iowa. Tyler Euchner, KCAU 9 News.
Tyler, thanks for that update. And in small communities all across Siouxland, the history and the heritage of those communities is so important. That's why Heritage Days is such a big deal right here in Ida Grove. The Heritage Day Festival actually kicked off yesterday, and it runs all the way through Sunday. We'll give you a quick update on things other than that fishing derby. We were at 5 o'clock down at Cobb Memorial Park. Also activities geared towards adults tonight. The beer garden is open, as well as its ladies' night uptown. On Saturday, the day is jam-packed with activities, things from vendor fairs, food trucks, the Heritage Days Parade. If you're looking for something to do tomorrow, 11 in the morning here in Ida Grove, plus there's live music coming up tomorrow night as well. Jared Bogue is a member of the Ida Grove City Council. He stops by. Jared, thanks.
Thank you very much for having me.
I mentioned a lot of things going on. I know another big project that you've been involved with in this community is your new splash pad.
Yes, it's been a huge undertaking, about 2 years in the making. We've had over $500,000 in private donations, and it's all privately funded, and it's mostly built by private contractors. And so we're going to kick that off tomorrow at 1 p.m., and it's going to be a great day for it, good weather, lots of kids, and it's a good testament to the projects we can do here in Ida Grove.
I think the weather will be perfect to get under a splash pad, that's for sure. I mentioned the history and the heritage of a small town. I'm guessing they have folks that come back specifically for this or come visit your community.
Absolutely. It's a great time to do things like class reunions. A lot of people that graduate and move on come back here, just like a lot of other small towns, but it's our chance once per year to showcase what we have as a community and all the different events, and it's a fun weekend to be here in Ida Grove.
Oh, we're glad to be here and participate in our own way, and thanks for having us.
Thank you very much.
You bet. Elsewhere here, some other notes that we want to make sure we share before we wrap up here at 6 o'clock. New additions, of course, are here. There are some major changes along the way, but as I mentioned, the history is here as well. Morehead Pioneer Park, another of the locations important to folks here in Ida Grove. It's on the edge of town. It's home to several original buildings that helped Ida Grove grow from a village of some 39 or 40 people to more than 2,000 folks today. One such building is the Stagecoach Inn and Barn, which was built and operated by the Morehead family. It also served as a post office at one point, a hospital, as well as some other opportunities along the way. During the early days of this community, the park also has a historic school and railroad depot that is tucked away inside between the trails and the trees for visitors to come and visit there. Another piece of local history here that is certainly worth checking out is right across the street almost, here on the main drag in Ida Grove. That's the King Theater. Not every small town is in a situation to have their own movie theater in town. Ida Grove is fortunate enough. Originally built as a playhouse more than 100 years ago. Movies got more popular, of course, and the business adapted until the technology and maintenance got too expensive. The King Theater eventually closed in 2010. However, folks like Doug Clough saw a promise in that old building, and so it became city property. And while it was a pricey renovation, the community came together to restore that beautiful theater.
Incredibly grateful for this community. Individuals showed up for fundraisers where we sold caramel apples. We also had industries like Gomaco, Midwest Industries that were really very giving of their time. Gomaco Trolley in town did all the woodwork. Midwest did a laser cutter here to make this nice piece for us. And so there's a lot of different ways people gave to make this thing happen.
And the King Theater here continues to embrace the community, offering free movies during the week time, special features, as well as live events. And coming up later this summer right here, a special film festival, the 712 Film Festival, which features filmmakers from across northwest Iowa. Another local event that is making people here in Ida Grove awfully proud. Travis, we'll pitch it back to you there in the studio. We've been blessed with just a great day here for both of our live sections of the newscast so far. And we'll get back to you here in just a little bit because Victor has more good news about the weather, I think, and we'll share that with you coming up.